Okay, so the market spent most of the day going up so far. But the last new high that the market made, or the most profitable point for this Excalibvr position, was generated with a background TSR that was red, which is the opposite of the direction that the Excalibvr trade is moving in. That shows Excalibvr's form of negative divergence, and since then we've seen the market attempt to go test those highs, and it really hasn't been able to. We've been stuck around 915.50. So what I'm going to do, and I'll show you that basically everything is weakening for this trade. You'll see that there's no strength in the momentum strength indication left. The moving averages are coming in, and they're sort of flat now. That's true, but what was a long trend of green in the short-term directional analysis is now flickering back and forth between green and red. You know, all in all, this is not looking like a trade that's really going to continue much further. It already attempted to really break the highs and was able to, but only by a point and a half, nothing great, and the trend didn't continue, the volume didn't stay. So I'm going to start to scale into this trade with a single contract. Okay, my first average is going to be at 916.50, and again at 918, should we get that far. And if we go too much higher than that, I'm just going to close this position altogether. But, okay, so let's do this. Okay. And then 10 pips away. Actually, we'll make this 5. And then 10 pips away, we will take our first average point, our first stacking point. Okay, so nearly 4 o'clock now. I'm sorry, nearly 2 o'clock now. 13:59. I will check back in either when something happens or in about 10 minutes. Okay, so it's about 2:10 in the afternoon. It's been about 10 minutes, and you can see that I'm slightly profitable here. And what I'm going to do at this point is I started getting in with one contract. Now I'm going to try to get up to 10, and hopefully in stacking we'll be able to get more than that. But what we're seeing right now is a true downward move, which is really what we were anticipating by the end of the long. You'll see we're no longer over the longer term averages. The TSR, the complex multiplier is growing. And all that comes back. I'll show you the rest, but the moving averages are growing in red, and the TSR has gone from a green regulator number to a red regulator number. So this is really showing that a downward trend is forming, and we're looking to take advantage of that. So because I'm in with such a small allotment in comparison to what I'm usually trading, I'm actually going to scale this down. Okay, it is showing me a downtrend, so I'm going to move these down. I'll leave my stop loss where it is. Actually, let's move this down just a little bit. And I'm really going to look to get in with many more contracts. It'd be better for my position actually if I were to pick these up first, because that way my position would be more weighted as we started to stack, so that my break-even price would not move as far for each contract that we pick up in stacking. But take a look at the way that I have my trailing set up here. Once the market gets to this point, 1 pip away from where I have my first stacked contract, my stop loss will become a trailing order, and it will become a trailing order at the point 1 pip profitable. Oh look, the end of the long came here, and the short-term directional analysis is now full. Maybe working into a real short, a short here real quickly. So that made me help me rethink strategy a little bit. But we're gonna watch this play out. So see, now when this contract gets picked up, my stop loss, or rather my trailing order, will be 1 pip profitable from where my new break even will be. I don't want out of this trade yet. I certainly don't want out of this trade yet. Yeah, okay, so because of that, I'm actually going to extend this a bit further. I'll make this a bit further away as well. We will make this a stop loss again and actually bring the average points below my original break even. Okay, so this should really be here, and this should now be here. I will also need to readjust this to be there. Actually, I'm not going to wait that long this time. Now that we have two contracts already, I'm not going to wait that long. So can do that. Well, anyhow, this is where I'm going to leave the trade at for right now. If anything significant happens, or another 10 minutes passes by, it's about 4:14 right. I'm sorry, 2:14 right now. 2:15 right now. So if nothing significant happens, I'll check back in about 10 minutes, or when something is occurring. Okay, it's only been about 4 minutes. It's 2:18, but in light of the fact that this contract may get picked up, actually, I'm going to move my stop loss just behind the high of the day. So in order for me to get out of this position, we're actually going to have to create a new high. And you can see high 917.75. In order for me to actually consider getting out of this position, we're going to have to create a new high, which I don't really see happening, but obviously it could. In the meantime, I'm going to leave everything else the same, and I will check back in if either we get average, or if anything significant happens, or another 10 minutes pass.